For the second time in 6 weeks, the Bulldogs and Rabbitohs slugged it out at ANZ Stadium. Canterbury snuck home in round 2 with a couple of late tries, and their bid to replicate that result was boosted by the surprise inclusion of Kiwi international Greg Eastwood, who was back in the kennel after a stint at Leeds. Souths had been held scoreless by St George Illawarra 5 days prior to this one on the same ground. However, they needed less than 5 minutes to break the Bulldogs open.
Impossible to stop the Rockhampton Rhino!
The Bunnies' other big unit, Sam Burgess, tried a bit of 10-pin bowling for the school holidays. But it was his own defenders skittled and scattered by the deception of Trent Hodkinson.
Dummies again, Trent Hodkinson! He's through! The Bulldogs are in.
Fresh from his sizzling hat-trick against Parramatta, Ben Barber backed up Steve Turner to put the Doggies' snouts in front.
Look who! Benny Barber! 7 games, 7 tries.
Bryson Goodwin missed another relatively easy attempt at the extra 2. However, the Blue and Whites were starting to look more and more like a team that didn't need to worry too much about trivialities like goal kicking as they revived memories of the entertainers.
Still going, ball free, Stagg, Hodkinson, line open, he tries to step, flicks it back, what a try to the Bulldogs. Grant Millington collects the points, but he may have to give half of them back to Jamal Idris, who proved unstoppable.
Eastwood emerged off the interchange bench to increase Canterbury's strike power, but it was their other key off-season signing in Hodkinson who laid on try number 4.
Hodkinson on the inside to Barber, to Michael Ennis, and the Bulldogs, in the shadow of half-time, increase their lead.
That questionable try left the Rabbitohs hopping mad as they were left with a huge task in the second half. It appeared as though that task had grown to an almost insurmountable one when Barber bobbed up to collect a loose ball and scoot 85 metres.
What a chase, he didn't get him.
And the crowd has gone berserk.
However, unbeknown to the informed fullback, referee Ben Cummins had ruled that his skipper Andrew Ryan had knocked the ball forward earlier in the movement. It was a huge let-off for Souths, and one that Chris Sandow was primed to make the most of.
Sandow through and good!
The Rabbitohs ace was doing everything humanly possible to get his side back in business, which included bringing off this beauty with the boot. The possession gained from that superb 40-20 was duly utilised on the opposite side.
Numbers on here. Inglis gets the ball to McQueen. Try is the call.
Sandow's kicking off the tee was just as impressive as his efforts in general play. Just when the Rabbitohs were rolling along nicely and coming home strongly, Sam Burgess was struck down with a serious ankle injury. That seemed to stop South's momentum stone dead, with the pendulum swinging back the Bulldogs' way after Aidan Tolman allowed Barber to burst through.
Benny Barber looking for another. What a tackle from Roberts.
The underrated prop was rewarded by following through to score on the next tackle.
The Bulldogs increase their lead.
If South Sydney's spirit wasn't broken by that one, then it most definitely was when the heavily involved Barber scooped up the proceeds of a loose up and under before repaying his earlier debt to Steve Turner. The new Bulldogs crowd favourite crowned another dazzling display by scorching the damp turf of Sydney's Olympic Arena in the dying minutes.
Beats another, and Barber! Ben Barber!
Nathan Merritt crossed on full time, rendering the final scoreline at 36-24 to Canterbury, who recorded 7 tries to 4 in a most entertaining Easter extravaganza played before over 22,000 fans. David Rowlands, Big Pond Sport.